Hello, my name is Bravo Child, aka Chaosy, and I'm a flow state practitioner. So looking at play, looking at chaos, looking at responsive theatre, at yoga practices, at martial arts, at creative expression, and enabling people to come back to a sense of intuition, of knowing and action, allowing us to tap into that inner nobility and integrity. It's my intention to assemble and cultivate leaders. This is about being vulnerable enough and trusting enough to allow the audience or the witnesses to be present as you have an authentic experience. It's unacting. It's not trying to be presentational, but it's trying to contact a moment, setting out an intention and then totally releasing how it comes to be. It's improvisation, it's spontaneous, it's interactive, it's immersive theatre. And the way that I'm training up this ensemble of amazing thought-smiths, of dancers, of creators, is we're coming together through a few different practices. The first of which is the warrior's path. This is martial arts based. It's about coming to a state of embodied potential, of empowerment that empowers others, and that is fearless, and that realizes that we don't know what's going to happen. It's stepping into the unknown, and yet doing so confidently because you have confidence in your own constituents, your own makeup, your own component parts, that you will respond in integrity, with nobility and full power, and then once again release back into that play cycle of what happens after that. It's movement-based, it's very physical theatre, and it's about you coming into a creative expression through the body. Secondly, we have People's Soup, which is about character creation. It's going from that state of warrior's path into the play of stories. It's about allowing your face to be the mask. It's about all the voices that can come out. It's about the colour of our imagination infused with a live theatre setting. Shameless communication is also a key part. It's my deep intention to cultivate leadership in myself and others, that we can step forward together in nobility and have integrity again, to trust each other again. We need to display it to each other. And shameless communication is being unapologetic. It's just saying, look, I don't need to be entertaining. I'm just here, and in this moment, this is how I feel. This is the moment I am having, and allowing others to see you change, to allow them to see you learn, to go through the broken bits, to reassemble into something more majestic, a mosaic of possibilities. Shameless communication. Don't apologize. Be humble enough to be great. If people are here to listen to us, if we have an audience, or you have people going through a workshop or listening to you, if it's your colleagues or even your bosses or the politicians or the celebrities or these demigods we've created in our society, if you can step forward as an equal, we can share peer to peer, we can circulate, we can have our ideas heard. And I want every leader, every educator, every innovator, every artist and every child to be able to have their voice on equal footing on the stage of society. It's about being shameless because you trust your intention and being humble enough to learn from the feedback loop, but also being great enough that you give every person your full presence and your full intention so it can be received with the love from which it came. We also train in watermelon fireworks, which is sensory immersion. We are very cognitive and we are overwhelmed by the deluge, the continual torrents of information on the internet and in our mediascape. Watermelon fireworks is about coming back to a visceral or embodied receptivity. There's so much understanding that comes from actually inhabiting a space or going through an experience. So it's about relearning our bodies and opening these channels to receive all the amazing signals that are going on around us all the time. It's about being that sponge and then being able to squish it back out as creative theatre and immersive experiences. Ultimately, open world theatre has the intention of being real. It's not a show. It's using theatre as a forum for human exchange, for communicating or communing, coming back to a common space where you tune in to your innate knowing of what's actually going on. We are telling a human story with our daily lives. Open world theatre provides that forum to unframe art, to have art in the streets, in the parks, in your homes, and bring back that beautiful ritual of translating the universe through our mediums, whether it be painting or spoken word or dance. It really doesn't matter. Those are the details. It's coming back to the foundational concept of being open. and opening this world, no longer in fear, but coming back to that innate wisdom that by sharing, we actually are availing ourselves of all of the huge resources that we each have. Where there's a deficit in one place, there will be a surplus in the other. If we stop having this possessive nature, they will flow and we will come back to an integrated state of richness. Open world theatre. I want you to make it what it can be. Just show up and teach me what this is. I will hold spaces and I will run with you. I will open myself. I will be changed by this process. It's about being embodied and coming to a state of empowerment that empowers others. We can rise up, and this is up. This is more. This is yes. This is open. It's open world theatre. There's so much that we can do with this. I'm putting forward this practice with the intention of rising up leaders, of having trust and respect for each other again, to be unapologetic, just show people it's not about us. It's about these ideas, about these philosophies, about the spiritual connection. It's about the artistic innovation that is just beyond our fingertips. And yet we are so protective of this little insular thing. We are so subjective. We are so selfish. You know, this idea of customizing our human experience has come to a point of encaging us or incarcerating us in this concept of self, which we guard with our lives. We're not fully living. Release that. Come back to the foundational state. Be the author of your own story. Don't be the story itself. I openly invite you to join me in open world theatre and cultivate a community and culture of leaders again.